figured, what the heck, I might as well record a video of the day while I've been sitting here for 5 hours. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I've been sitting here for 6 hours and 43 minutes. Was supposed to pick up this load Friday night and have it here have it here Monday at 10 a.m., which wasn't an issue until I picked up my trailer for the previous load and had problems with it. I think I might have touched on this in the last video I did. And so they rescheduled it for 10 o'clock Tuesday morning. I don't know why. It's only 500 some miles down here. But I picked it up Monday morning in Mankato, Minnesota. And I probably couldn't have made it down here yesterday because by the time I'd have gotten into the Kansas City area, I'd have been in rush hour, and I'd probably got held up in rush hour, and I probably wouldn't have made it. But that's okay because they had it scheduled for 10 o'clock this morning. So I got here. Let me look and see at exactly what time I did get here. I got here, as you can see right here, at 9:44 this morning. By 9:53 this morning, they had told me to go ahead and park and they would come out when they were ready for me. And they mentioned that I was supposed to be here yesterday. It is at the current time, honestly, I'm not. It is at the current time, 4:38 in the afternoon. And I'm still sitting here. Every time I ask them, how much longer is it going to be? They just tell me to go ahead and wait. It's going to be a while, and they'll come out when they're ready for me. Which is very irritating, sitting here all day. Because if you're out there and you're a truck driver, you ain't rolling, you ain't making no money. Hoping I get detention for this anyway. I don't know. In any event, I had a request to do a video on winter driving. Now, winter driving, especially for a truck driver, can get kind of crazy. The best advice I can give y'all winter driving, okay, when the roads are bad, slow down. Put more space between you and that vehicle in front of you. You've got to ask yourself the question, if that person in front of me stops, can I stop? And if the roads are slippery, there's a chance that you hit the brakes and there's lots of room for you to stop under normal conditions. But if it's slippery, it's snowing, it's wet, it's icy, you're not going to have as much time. So you need to leave yourself more room in between. Well, Greg, if I do that, I'd be late for work. Well, you know what? Get up a little earlier, leave a little earlier. Make sure you allow yourself enough time. Now, the one thing that my friend wanted me to touch on was chaining up for truck drivers. So we're going to go into that here just a little bit. Okay, we're outside the truck, and I hope you can hear me because the reefer unit on this trailer behind me is running. They have trailers here in the parking lot. They must use them for storage because they got reefers on all of them, and they got a little guy over there. There was a little pallet over there with a fuel tank on it, and a guy was going around filling up the units. All right, but this right here is your chain rack. These are your tire chains. Okay, I'm making sure I'm getting them on the camera there. Okay, these are the tire chains. Now, what are you going to do with those tire chains when you're chaining up? And you know what? I could have this all wrong. So, if I'm saying something and I'm not right here and you see it, please leave a comment down below and let me know how to do it right. I've actually never done this. I researched it. That's it. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take these tire chains and you're going to lay them on the ground here right behind the tires, and you're going to stretch them out. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you get in the truck and you're going to back the tires up onto those chains. Then you're going to go back down here, you're going to grab the chain, you're going to pull it up over the top of your tires, and you're going to hook them together. Now there's a little tool that they give you, and I don't even think I've got one, that you can use to turn to tighten up the chains. Okay? And then, it is my understanding, you use some kind of cords, like bungee cords or whatever, because the chain will be over this area on the tire, okay? And you'll use a bungee cord to hook here and then hook down there on the lower part of the tire. And it kind of helps to keep the chains on there. Now, once you put these chains on, you can only drive about 30, 35 miles an hour. So these chains aren't meant for you to put on and drive 2 hours to get to your destination. These chains are meant to put on to get you safely off the road, to get you to a safe haven where you can go in and you can park. Okay? My philosophy has always been what they call it throwing chains. When you're putting these chains on, they call it throwing chains. And my philosophy is I'm going to throw chains. I'm going to throw them from the pallet to the truck, and that's where they're going to stay. Okay? Because if the roads are so bad that I got to have chains, I'm getting off the road. Now, if you get out west into the Rocky Mountains, some of those mountains are pretty good size. And if it's snowing and icy, you got to have those chains on there in order to even get up the hill. Okay? So, now my understanding is you could put them on these two tires and the two tires on the other side, or you could put them on this tire and the same on the other side. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, if you're a truck driver and you've chained up before, or you know specifically how to do it, please make sure that you leave a comment down here to let me know what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. Okay? Like I said, I've never actually done it. Okay? But I researched on how to do it. And I promised you, if you tell me this is what I want you to talk about in the video of the day, if I don't know, I'll research it and I'll talk about it on the video of the day. Okay? So that's basically how you chain up. All right? So let's go back inside where it's a little more quiet.